Hey guys, Beardednate, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the ultimate favorite Pokemon picker. This site allows you to choose your favorite Pokemon from every generation through every type. Ultimately pick your favorite by the end of it, and then you can also do some additional stuff like pick your team, your favorite regional bird, and everything. So, as I've said, you may have seen this already, but I'm going to be doing this today. It's probably going to be a long video, so get yourself comfy, make sure you've got yourself a cup of tea and some biscuits, and let's go. Okay, so if you haven't seen this, or if you want to do this yourself, I'll leave the link to the site in the description below, so make sure to go check it out and let me know your end results. But trying to decide which way to do this, do we go generation through each type, or do we go through all the typings first? I'm thinking maybe we just go from generation 1, choose all our favorite types, and then in the end choose our favorite. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll mix it up a bit and we'll start going down each road. But starting off with generation 1, Kanto, our favorite normal type Pokemon. So by selecting the box, it gives you a nice little pop-up with all of the generation 1 normal types, and basically what you can do here is select your favorite one. So looking at this list, what is my favorite normal type Pokemon from generation 1? I must admit, I've always had a soft spot for Pidgeot. Looking at this list, I couldn't stand bloody Meowth and Persian. Farfetch'd, absolutely not. Tauros. Now, since Tauros has been updated with a new form in Generation 9, I kind of have grown a bit of a soft spot for Tauros, but I think looking at this list, quite a few people's favourite is obviously going to be Eevee. Eevee, I love the evolution and I love the mechanics around Eevee, but it's not my fan favourite. Snorlax would definitely be my wife's choosing, but for me it's got to be Pidgeot. Moving on, we have Fire. What is my favourite Fire typing in Generation 1? Obviously, fan favourite is going to be Charizard. I cannot stand Charizard. I absolutely hate Charizard with a passion. I think for me, it's going to have to be Arcanine. Or, no, maybe, no, it's definitely got to be Arcanine, that hidden legendary Pokemon from the anime and the TCG as well. And then all of a sudden they just canned it and it wasn't a legendary. So let's go with Arcanine. Next up, my favourite water type Pokemon from Generation 1. And my god, there is quite a few to choose from. Do we go with Blastoise or do we go with Slowbro? It's definitely not Staryu or Starmie. I've been playing the Pokemon Ranger games, and after playing the first Pokemon Ranger, Staryu and Starmie, I wanted to just kill with a Zapper. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. Oh, what is my favourite Water Kanto Pokemon? Is it Lapras? Or is it Vaporeon? No, I'm gonna stick with Lapras. Lapras is my favourite Kanto Water. Grass, without a doubt, Bulbasaur. I'm just going with it. Bulbasaur is my favourite grass type Pokemon, is my favourite Pokemon of all, so there is no question of a doubt. Moving on, electric. Now, there isn't that many electric Pokemon to choose from. Do we just go with the safe option and... oh, I don't know, because I do like Zapdos. Voltorb, absolutely not. Electabuzz, I always forget about Electabuzz. Not Magnemite. Oh, let's go Pikachu, a nice safe option. Pikachu is a great electric Pokemon from Generation 1. Ice, now we haven't got that many ice Pokemon. Jinx, I hate Jinx. Dugong, Cloyster. Do we go Lapras again? That's the thing, do we want to double up on these and have Lapras twice? Or do I change my water to... do I change water to Vaporeon? Let's change water to Vaporeon, and then we'll have Lapras as our favourite ice type for Kanto. Moving on to fighting, and it's got to be Hitmonchan, without a doubt, after our favourite martial artist, Jackie Chan. Poison. Oh, now this is difficult. I just had to move Vaporeon to favourite water because we didn't want to have two Laprases. Favourite poison Pokemon. Oh, there's quite a few to choose from, isn't there? Nidoking stands out. I do like Nidoking. I don't like Grimer and Muck. Gengar. No, I think Gengar will probably come under Ghost. It's got to be Nidoking. Let's choose Nidoking for our favourite poison. Ground. Again, coming up with Nidoking line. Do I want to change Nidoking from poison and have it on ground? No, I don't. We are going to put... We're going to put Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn as my favourite ground type Pokemon. Moving on to flying. Oh, Pidgeot. Dragonite, Aerodactyl. It's got to be Butterfree. No, because Butterfree will surely come under Bug. So I get another option here. Who is my favourite flying type Pokemon from Generation 1? Now, I'm going to choose Scyther because we want to put Butterfree in our Bug. So, moving on to Psychic. It's got to be... Oh, we've got the legendaries. Mewtwo and Mew here. Executor. Mr. Mime. Alakazam. Do we have Alakazam? Let's put Alakazam as Psychic. I do like Alakazam. Bug, without a question, is going to be Butterfree. Rock typing is... Oh, a different one as well. I'm going to go Aerodactyl for Rock. Ghost. Do you know what? It's not until you look at this you realise there was only one line of ghosts in Kanto. And so that has got to be Ginga. Dragon. Again, one line of dragons as well. So, Dragonite for sure. Darkness. Now, oh, okay. So there officially weren't any dark type Pokemon in Generation 1. So what we've got here, we've got Missingo, we've got the Kanto Ghost, or we've got the Fossil Aerodactyl, the Fossil Kabutops, and I'm not sure what that last one is. The first one's Missingo. I'm not sure what this one is. Let's go with Missingo for dark type. Into Steel, we have Magnemite and Magneton. I prefer Magnemite if I'm honest. Fairy, we've got the Clefairy and Jigglypuff and Mr. Mime. If I had to choose, I'd say definitely not Mr. Mime. If I had to choose, I'd say Jigglypuff. My favourite starter, without a doubt, Bulbasaur. Gimmick form. Oh, okay, so they've updated it with the Mega Evolutions and the Gigantamax evolutions. Now, it's got to be between the two Venusaurs, and I must admit, I prefer the Gigantamax Venusaur. Looks like he's got a proper bowl cut going on. Who is my favourite legend from Kanto? It's got to be Mew. It's got to be Mew. Yeah, let's go with Mew. Mew is my favourite legend. Now, my all-time favourite Kanto Pokemon. You get to choose from all the Pokemon that you've chosen for each typing, and without a doubt, it's going to be Bulbasaur. I mean, like, there's no question about that, really. Bulbasaur will always be my favourite. Right, now we move on to Johto, but first, a nice sip of tea. I love that. My favourite Hufflepuff cup. Now, I did say at the beginning this is going to be a long video, so just stick it on, put it on in the background and check in every couple of minutes to see what I've updated. We move on to Johto and we now get to select our favourite Johto normal type Pokemon. Oh my goodness, there's quite a few to choose from. It's got to be Noctowl. It's got to be, although Noctowl might come under flying, so should we? It's got to be Aipom. Aipom for our favourite Johto normal type Pokemon. Into fire, and oh, has it got to be Entei? Now, I do like the Typhlosion line, but I prefer the Hisuian Typhlosion since Legends Arceus came out. So bear in mind, both Entei and Ho-Ho are legendary Pokemon. I want to choose both of them, so I'll put Ho-Ho under my... No, I won't. No, it's going to be Entei. Entei is my favourite fire-type Pokemon because my favourite water-type Pokemon... No, my favourite legendary Pokemon from Johto will come under that. Next, we have our favourite water Pokemon, and my favourite water Pokemon from Johto has got to be Lantern, right? Lantern was a great Pokemon, and I always had Lantern in my team just for the electric water combination. Absolutely favourite Pokemon from Johto. Next up is Grass, and there really isn't that much to choose from. I'm going to go with Meganium. Although Meganium will come under starter. Oh, this is so difficult. It's got to be... Let's put Celebi, because, as I said, my favourite legendary is not Celebi. So I'll put Celebi under Grass. My favourite electric Pokemon has got to be Mareep. I'm sheep. I do love Mareep. Next up, Ice has got to be Swinub. Yeah, let's put Swinub Thrice. Fighting type has got to be Heracross. Oh, I wonder if that changes up the bug. Next up into Poison, Crobat. My boy Crobat. Absolutely love Crobat. Ground typing has got to be... Oh, it's got to be Donphan. Ever since the first Pokemon movie and Donphan was revealed, I absolutely loved Donphan. Flying type, my favourite flying type. Right, okay, so my favourite flying type is going to be Noctowl. I love Noctowl. Psychic typing, oh Jesus, they've got all the unknowns. My favourite psychic type, it's going to be Espeon. Is it going to be Espeon or is it going to be Giraffe? No, Girafarig is also a dark type, right? Or is Girafarig psychic normal? Psychic normal? Ah, Girafarig is psychic normal. So we'll stick with Espeon. Into bug. My favourite bug type from Johto is going to be Scizor. My favourite rock type is going to be Tyranitar. Absolutely love Tyranitar. Ghost type. Okay, my only choice is Mischievous, so I guess my favourite ghost type from Johto is Mischievous. My favourite dragon. There was only one dragon in Johto, and that was Kingdra? So was there no... Oh, that's interesting. My favourite dark type, oh, is going to have to be Murkrow. I love Murkrow. Sorry, Umbreon. I'm really sorry to all of the Evolution and the Umbreon fans, but I do love Murkrow. My favourite steel type, so I've already chosen Scizor for my bug, so I'm going to have to go with Steelix for my favourite steel type. Coming up to Fairy, I absolutely hate Snubbull and Gramble. I do like Togepi though. Let's go with Togepi for favourite fairy. Now my favourite starter from Generation 2. Most of the time my favourite starter is always the grass typing. I'm going to go with Meganium for my favourite starter. The Chikorita line from Johto was always my favourite. It's closely followed by Totodile. Now, my favourite gimmick form, there really weren't that many. It's got to be Heracross. That Heracross Mega Evolution is fucking amazing. Much better than... And I like... Ampharos has just got like a mullet. Scizor, Steelix... Tyranitar is pretty good, and I must admit Houndoom does look absolutely crazy, but my favourite gimmick for Johto has got to be Heracross. My favourite legend is Lugia, Silver being probably my all-time favourite mainline Pokemon game. And so, to end Johto, what is my all-time favourite Pokemon from Johto? This may surprise you, but my all-time favourite Pokemon from Johto is Crobat. Now, I absolutely hated Zubat and Crobat when you played the original Red, Blue and Yellow, you know, going into Rock Tunnel or Mount Moon, and Zubats were just everywhere. But when Crobat came out as an evolution in Johto, I absolutely loved it. Right, okay, here we go, on to Generation 3, and my favourite generation of all time. I spent countless hours all the way back in Hoenn, so let's take a look. Our favourite normal type from Hoenn is, oh my goodness, it's going to have to be Exploud. I loved this Pokemon. I always thought Exploud was an electric type, but he's not. Exploud is not an electric type. Why did I ever think that? I think it was because he had an electric move. I think I may have taught him Thunderbolt or something from a TM back in the day. But there we go. Exploud is my favourite normal type. Fire coming in. It's got to be Torkoal. My boy Torkoal. Now, if you ever watch Nessus 9 on Twitch, you know I'm a regular viewer over there. And I've got a little bit of a meme going on with him for Torkoal. He's finally shiny hunted him. Managed to get him, I think, on the second or third shiny. But every stream, whenever he asks what he needs to hunt, I'm always bringing up Torkoal again. Even though he's got it. But my boy Torkoal, I can't say it. Torkoal, there we go. Now, my favourite water type Pokemon from Generation 3. Oh my god, there's so many. It's gonna have to be... Now, let's take a look at the grass. Oh, my favourite Generation 3 water Pokemon is going to have to be Ludicolo. I love Ludicolo. Again, he was on my party all the way back when I originally played Hoenn, so Ludicolo, and it just made it even better when he appeared in Detective Pikachu film. I won't do it myself. I'll put a clip up of Ludicolo.
Another round, extra shot, black as night. Thank you, sweetie.
From that film, absolutely fantastic. My favourite grass Pokemon from Hoenn is got to be my boy Tropius. I love Tropius. It's actually, I've got an idea for a tattoo of Tropius, my little banana man. I absolutely love him. Favorite electric Pokemon. Now, there really isn't that much choice for electric in Hoenn, and it's absolutely in no way is it Pulse or Minimum. I hate these Pokemon. It's going to have to be Manectric. Let's just give it to Manectric because we don't really have that much choice. Ice types is going to be Snorunt. I absolutely love Snorunt. Again, I want a tattoo of Snorunt. I need to get, I'm thinking of a whole sleeve of just all my favourite Pokemon. Now, my favourite fighting type Pokemon, Hariyama. He was in my original team. I think my original team for Hoenn was made up of, Marshtomp, Exploud, Ludicolo, Hariyama. I can't think who else. Let's have a look who else. I think it was a Beautifly. So let's have a look. My favourite poison type Pokemon has got to be Dustox. Absolutely love Dustox and Beautifly. My favourite ground type Pokemon. Favourite ground type Pokemon from Hoenn. It's got to be Flygon, right? Flygon. Although I do like Marshtomp. No, it's not Marshtomp's that. Swampert. Swampert? Yeah, Swampert. Oh, it's got to be Flygon. Now, I tell you what, I'm going to keep it with Flygon because then I think Swampert will come under my favourite starter. Now, my favourite flying type has got to be, so I've already chosen Tropius. I do love Beautifly. But surely Beautifly is going to be my favourite bug. It's going to have to be Swellow. Swellow, my favourite flying type. Psychic. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise there were so many Psychics. Okay, we've got a couple of additional unknowns. We've got Dark Lugia. I was never a big fan of Gardevoir. I know a lot of people love the Gardevoir line. Let's go Grumpig. Grumpig is my favourite Hoenn. My favourite Hoenn Psychic Pokemon. Now we move on to Bug. No! Oh no! I'll tell you what I should do is I'm going to swap Swellow for Beautifly as my favourite flying, and then Bug is going to have to be Wurmple. I love Wurmple. I love Wurmple so much. This whole thing is just about me choosing my sleeve for my Pokemon tattoos. I'm gonna have to get a purple Wurmple, I think, for one of my tattoo ideas. Rock, my favorite rock type has got to be Aggron, hands down. No debate there whatsoever. My favourite ghost type is going to have to be Duskull. I love Duskull. My favourite dragon type. Now, this is definitely a bigger selection from Johto to Hoenn. My favourite dragon type. What would be my favourite dragon type from Hoenn? I guess really, would it just be Ray? Because I don't think, Rayquaza isn't my favourite legendary, but looking at this, my favourite legend, although I do like Latias. Or is this Latios? No, Latias is the red one, right? I'm going to go with Latias as my favourite dragon. My favourite dark type. Ooh. Favourite dark type. I always forget Crawdon is water dark. I do like Sharpedo. Absol is an absolute... It's got to be Absol, right? I always forget Shiftry. Shiftry is grass dark as well. No, it's got to be Absol. Absol is my favourite Hoenn dark type. Let's move on to Steel. We've already chosen Aggron for my favourite rock type. And I'm going to go Mawile. Mawile is my favourite Steel. Favourite Fairy. Oh, do I change it up and go Registeel for my favourite Steel and then Mawile for my favourite Fairy? There we go. So we fit them both in. Now, my favourite starter from Hoenn has got to be Swampert. I'm sorry, I know loads of people always chose Blaziken. Barely anyone chooses, I can't even think of his name. Trico, Grovyle, Sceptile. But it's got to be Swampert for my favourite starter. My favourite gimmick form. Again, there's just so many, isn't there? Absol is absolutely mental with the wings. I always forget half of these Pokemon have Mega Forms. I mean, like, look at that Mawile one. Gardevoir looks hardly any different. Is it going to have to be Absol? Let's go Absol as my favourite gimmick form. It just looks like the Angel of Death. Now, my favourite legend from Hoenn was always Kyogre. I love Kyogre. And my all-time favourite Pokemon from Generation 3. Oh, it's a difficult one. I love Beautifly, but I love Ludicolo and Tropius. Who is my all-time favourite Pokemon from Generation 3? I'll tell you what, I'm going to change it all. It's going to be Wurmple. Purple Wurmple, baby. I love Wurmple. I'm hoping, really hoping that the Wurmple line comes into the Scarlet and Violet DLC, because I'll tell you what, that'll be the first Pokemon I shiny hunt. Okay, on to Generation 4. We are just over 20 minutes in and we've done 3 generations. If you're still here watching this, congratulations. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this is going to be a long ass video, but as I said earlier, just stick it on in the background. Listen to me waffle on and come up with really shit reasons as to why these Pokemon are my favorite. Moving on to Generation 4, we've got Sinnoh, and my favorite normal type Pokemon from Sinnoh has got to be Ambipom. It's not going to be Bidoof, I can tell you that. Now, my favourite fire type Pokemon. Wow, there really isn't that much to choose from, is there? Generation 4 was quite low in fire type Pokemon from what I remember. Let's go ahead and say it's got to be Magmortar, right? My favourite water type Pokemon. Again, really not that much of a choice. Oh, it's got to be Floatzel. Floatzel is a great water Pokemon. I think everyone had a Floatzel on their team, right, for Generation 4. Favourite grass type Pokemon? Ooh, Leafeon, my favourite evolution of all time. Leafeon, let's stick with that. Electric type has got to be... It's got to be Luxray, right? So they've got some weird-ass Pichus down here. Is that one... It looks like that Pichu's holding a bong. Oh, it might be a guitar? Who knows? My favourite electric type Pokemon is going to be Luxray. Again, another classic Pokemon to have on your team is 6. Favourite ice type is Frostlass. I absolutely love Frostlass. Much better than Glalie. Favourite fighting type? I hate Lucario with a passion. Let's go Gallade. I've always got Gallade on my team for that Hypnosis. Hypnosis and the move. What's the move called? I can't think what the move's called. The one that reduces him to 1 HP when you're shiny hunting. What's it called? Moving on. My favourite poison type Pokemon from Generation 4 is going to have to be Roserade. I'm not a big fan of Skuntank or Stunky or the bloody Scorpions, and I hate Krogunk and Toxicroak. Roserade. Favourite ground type Pokemon? Oh, this really sucks because I love Mamoswine, but I also love the Hippo. I'm going to have to go Hippo. I love Hippopotas. My favourite flying type Pokemon has got to be Honchkrow. Yes, Honchkrow. I love the Murkrow and Honchkrow line. Down to Psychic. Oh, no, this is difficult. Legends. Oh, no, I'm going to do it. My favourite Psychic type Pokemon from Generation 4 is going to have to be Azelf. I love Azelf. It was one of the first 100 IV Pokemon that I got in Pokemon Go, and I made it my best buddy. It's got a little badge on it. Absolutely love Azelf. Bug type Pokemon from Generation 4. It's not Kricketune, although he has one of the best bloody noises, like Pokemon cries. Like, I can't do it. I'll put it over. Maybe I'll put it over me again. My favourite bug type Pokemon from Generation 4. I'll go Mothim. I really quite like the moths and the butterflies and stuff. You know, we can see the Butterfree and we've got the Beautifly and the Dustox. I quite like them. The really early bug Pokemon. Favourite rock type Pokemon is going to be Shieldon. I love this Pokemon. Oh, another tattoo idea for Shieldon maybe. Next up, favourite ghost type. Oh, I've already put Frostlass as ghost. Oh no, it's going to be Dusknoir. Dusknoir is a great ghost type Pokemon. Favourite dragon? I mean, I like Garchomp, but it just feels so overused and everyone loves Garchomp. Let's go Gibble. I don't mind Gibble. Favourite dark type is going to have to be Weavile, because we've already chosen Honchkrow. How the hell is Mantike a flying type? Right, let's go Weavile for favourite dark type. Favourite steel is... Ooh, interesting. Bastiodon? Let's go Bastiodon. Favourite fairy, Togekiss. Fuck the Mr. Mind lines. Favourite starter from Generation 4 has got to be Torterra, right? Oh, I love it. I always name him Spike after the Land Before Time. Absolutely love Torterra and Spike. Favourite gimmick form? Wow, there really weren't that many, were there? Favourite gimmick from Generation 4? It's got to be a Bomber Snow. Although Lopunny... No, let's go Bomber Snow. Favourite legend from Generation 4 has got to be Shaman, the land form. Is it land form for the Hedgehog? And my all-time favourite Pokemon from Generation 4 is going to be... It's going to be Frostlass. I love Frostlass. I need to get a tattoo of Frostlass. That's right, another tattoo. Oh, okay, that tea was cold. Oh, that was vile. Okay, Generation 5. Probably the generation I'm least familiar with. Honestly, I don't think I ever played through Black and White or I definitely didn't play through Black and White 2. And I don't think I ever completed Black or White. Maybe something to go back to in the future. So my favourite normal type Pokemon from Generation 5. Really? It's got to be Stoutland. Yeah, I love Stoutland. Yeah. Into the best fire typing. There's a few more fire types in Generation 5 compared to 4. And it's going to have to be Litwick. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the start. Oh, I fucking hate these monkeys. It's going to be Litwick. My favourite fire type, Litwick. We'll get Chandelure in the Ghost, I reckon. Favourite water type Pokemon is going to be... Ooh, Torterra? Or is that Tortuga? Torterra. Love that Pokemon, even though I can't remember its name. Shows you just how much I love it. Favourite grass type is going to be... Not Petalil. Petalil? Yeah, Petalil. Petalil into Lilligant. Although, the Lilligant form isn't here. I do love the Hisuian Lilligant form. Let's go Petalil for favourite grass. Favourite electric is going to be Blitzel. Favourite ice type. Oh, wow. So much to choose from. Cryogonal? No, Kyurem. Let's go Kyurem. Favourite fighting type Pokemon from Generation 5 has got to be... Why can't I have the option to select none of them? Jesus. Let's go Virizion. I like Virizion. Kind of. Favourite poison type? Oh, it's going to have to be this one. I can't remember its name. Venipede? Or is Venipede the first one? That's Scolosalopede. This one. I can't think of its name. Moving on. Favourite ground type from Generation 5 is going to be... I think I've come to the conclusion. I do not like Generation 5 in the slightest. Let's go Golurk. Flying type. Jeez, let's go with Archeops or whatever his name is. I quite like the fossils, if anything, out of Generation 5. Favourite psychic type is going to be... Again, I don't want to choose any of them. I hate them all. Why did I think Gothita was a Generation 8 Pokemon? I think it's because Bay had it. Was it Bay? No. Yeah. Bay. B? Favourite psychic type Pokemon? Solocilis? Duosion? Again, I honestly... I can't even remember half the Generation 5 Pokemon names. That's how much I really disliked this generation. Let's go with this one. I can't even think of his name. Favourite bug type Pokemon from Generation 5? Levani? Levani was quite cool. I don't like Crustle. Pokemon Unite. Ugh. Okay, let's go Levani or Levani, whatever you want to say. Favourite rock type Pokemon is this one. Is that Tortuga? I don't know. Favourite ghost type Pokemon is going to have to be Chandelure. Favourite dragon type Pokemon is going to have to be Dino. Dark type Pokemon. Those are quite a few more dark type Pokemon. Ooh, let's go. That's Dino. Hydreigon. Let's go Hydreigon. Steel type Pokemon is going to be... I hate them all. I hate these all. Let's go Durant? Fairy type. There was only 2 fairy types. Let's go Whimsicott. Starter. My favourite starter in Generation 5 was... it's not Survivor. Oh god, what's it called? Oh, I can't think of what it's called. Snivy? Viper. Let's go with that guy. Favourite gimmick form. There was only 2. Garbodor, I guess. Favourite legend from Generation 5. Man, you people are gonna shit all over me. Generation 5 was a bad gen. Who's my favourite? Victini? Generation 5 was bad, man. Who's my favourite Generation 5 Pokemon out of all the ones I've chosen? I'm gonna be really boring. Superior! It's Superior, not Survivor, Superior. My favourite Generation 5 Pokemon is probably going to be Petalil. That is awful. Okay, we are kind of almost done. We're maybe about halfway. Let's move on to Generation 6. We are stepping onto Kalos territory. Who is my favourite normal type Pokemon from Kalos? And here they've included the Mega Forms, which is interesting. Rather than leaving them to the gimmick. Did they do that? They didn't do that in here, did they? They didn't, which is very strange. So my favourite normal type Pokemon is going to be Litleo. I'm not gonna choose any of the Mega Forms as their normal ones. I'm going to leave that to the gimmick. My favourite normal is going to have to be Litleo. Favourite fire type from this generation. Oh, Talonflame. Oh, yeah, I love Talonflame. Favourite water type? Oh, fuck off, Greninja. I hate Greninja. Everyone's like, oh, I love Greninja. Ash's Greninja. Oh, fuck off. Favourite water type Pokemon from Generation 6? Not that many to choose from. Chloritza? Or Clauncher? Chloritza? Or Clauncher? Let's go Chloritza. Favourite grass type Pokemon is got to be... Oh, I do like Phantump. Let's go Phantump. Favourite electric type Pokemon. There's like a ton of Pikachu clones. Heliosc? Helioptile? Helios? Oh, I don't want to choose any of them. Especially, I don't want Dedenne. Let's go Heliosc. Where's that Helioptile? Moving on. Favourite ice type is going to be Aurora Borealis. Our favourite fighting type is going to be... Chestnut? No, that's not Chestnut. Chestnut? Chespin. Chespin, weird armadillo thing. Let's go Chestnut. I think, oh god. My favourite poison type. Again, I don't want to choose any of the gimmick Pokemon, so it's going to have to be Dragalge. Ground type. All I've got to choose is between Diggersby and Zygarde. It's going to be Zygarde then. Flying type. Favourite flying type. Oh, no, because Noivern will be under Dragon. Noibat. I'm going to go Noibat for flying, and then when we get to Dragon, it's going to be Noivern. My favourite psychic type Pokemon from this generation is going to be Esper, because his eyes absolutely freak me the fuck out. Favourite bug type is going to be Vivian. Oh, and I get to choose a Vivian pattern. Oh, what's my favourite Vivian pattern? I can't remember the names. This one is Garden form, right? This is the Pokeball form. This one is something. I don't know what my favourite pattern is. Maybe, is this the Midnight form? Let's go Midnight form. Favourite rock type? Oh, Tyrantrum. Favourite ghost type? Oh, Agislash. Oh, do I want defense mode or sword mode? Let's go defense mode. Favourite dragon is Noivern, without a doubt. Dark type is gonna have to be Yveltal. Favourite steel? Oh, let's just go on edge. Favourite fairy type? Oh god, we've got all of the Flabébés and Floettes. Spritzy. Sylveon. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. Sylveon, favourite fairy from Generation 6. Favourite starter? I don't like any of the starters from Generation 6. I'm going to have to admit. If I had to choose, it'd probably be Chespin. but that's bottom of the barrel gimmick form. Okay, now this is where all the gimmicks really kick in, because this is where they all came in. Favorite gimmick form from Generation 6. I wish they did a Frostlass one as well as a Glalie one. I always forget about Pinsir. Was Pinsir in Generation 1? Oh, excuse me. Generation 6 gimmick. Favorite one. Do I just play it safe and we go Venusaur? Okay, now my favorite legend from Generation 6 has got to be... It's got to be Xerneas. I do like Xerneas. And my all-time favorite Pokemon from Generation 6 is going to be Noivern. Again, going to get that tattoo at some point as well. Okay, Generation 7. We've got 3 more to go. Favorite normal type from Aloha. Alolan? Aloha. Alola? Yeah. I don't know. Trumbeak. Again, probably my second least favorite generation. Favorite fire type from this generation. Let's go Torterra. Torterra? That's not Torterra. Fuck, I can't think what his name is. I don't know. Favorite water type from Generation 7. I don't like any of them. Wishy-washy? Favorite grass. This is... Oh no, let's go Decidueye. Favorite electric type has got to be Alolan Raichu. Favorite ice type is going to be Alolan Ninetales. Favorite fighting type is going to be Jangmo-o-o-o. Favorite poison type has Toxapex or whatever. Is it Toxapex? Oh, favorite ground type has got to be Polisand. Favorite flying type, Minior? Piggypack. Let's go Piggypack. Favorite psychic type. Oh, Raichu was a psychic as well, but I don't know. Zeraora for favorite electric type. Psychic type will go to Alolan Raichu. Favorite bug type has got to be Vikavolt. Followed by rock type, it's got to be... There really isn't that much choice, but we'll go with Dusk form, Lycanroc. Favourite ghost has got to be... Ooh, interesting. Polisand was there. No, we'll leave that. Let's go Mimikyu. I'm not a huge fan of Mimikyu, but if I had to choose... Favourite dragon type is going to be... Now, is that Jangmo-o and that's Jangmo-o-o? I don't know. Favorite dark type is Alolan Muck. Favorite steel type. I forget about the beasts. What are they called? Beasts. It's got to be Solgaleo. No, yeah, Solgaleo. Favorite fairy type. I hate this generation almost as much as Generation 5. Let's go Comfy. Favorite starter. I've already selected Decidueye, so we'll go Rowlet. Favorite gimmick from this generation. Oh, okay, so we've got all of this. Let's go... Fuck, I don't know. Alolan Executor. I do like what they did with Alolan Executor. Favorite legend from this generation is going to be Meltan. And my all-time favorite Pokemon from this generation, if I had to choose one, it would probably be Alolan Raichu. That generation was almost as bad as Generation 5. Okay, Generation 8. We are on Sword and Shield territory. Let's take a look and see what my favourite normal type Pokemon was from Generation 8. And without a doubt, it's going to have to be Wooloo, the little sheep. I love Wooloo. Favourite fire type from this generation is Colossal. We've got the Hisuian Pokemon here as well. We'll come back to that. Well, it's going to be Colossal. I loved Colossal. Had him on my team on my first playthrough. Favourite water type Pokemon is going to be Dreadnought. Favourite grass type Pokemon is going to be Appleton, the little apple pie. Favourite electric type. Oh, I did like Toxtricity, but I love Boltons. He looks... Oh, he's like a Labrador. Favourite ice type from this generation. Oh, everyone's going to choose Snom. I mean, like, I understand why it's cute, but it's not the best, is it? Let's go with Hisuian Avalugg. I loved the redesign they did for him. Favorite, is this fighting? Favorite fighting type from Generation 8 is... Oh, was Hisuian Lilligant? Oh, it was. Let's go with Hisuian Lilligant for favorite fighting type. Favorite poison. I've got such an itchy nose. I'm going to be itching this the whole way through this video. Favorite poison type. Oh, let's go with Galarian Slowbro with his hand cannon. Favorite ground type. Oh, I really didn't like any of these, really. Ursaluna? Yeah, let's go Ursaluna. Favorite flying type from this generation is going to be Corviknight. Yep, Corviknight. Favorite Pokemon under the Psychic typing. Oh, Articuno. Let's go Articuno. Favorite bug has got to be Orbeetle. I did like Orbeetle. Favorite rock type. Is this rock? Yes. Favorite rock type. I liked Stonejourner. Let's go Stonejourner. Favorite ghost type has got to be Hisuian Typhlosion. Favorite dragon has got to be Arctovish. No, this isn't Arctovish. This is Is it Dracozolt? Dracozolt? Yeah, Dracozolt. Let's go Dracozolt. Favorite dark typing is it's got to be Galarian Zigzagoon. Favorite steel typing, Copperaja. Favorite fairy typing. Oh, Galarian Rapidash is a fairy. So hang on, what was Ponyta was psychic and okay. Right, favorite starter from Generation 9 is Hisuian Typhlosion without a doubt. Favorite gimmick. Now there are a lot of gimmicks in this selection. My favorite gimmick has got to be Hisuian Lilligant, even though I've already chosen it, but that's okay because gimmick is slightly different. Favorite legendary from this gen has got to be not Hisuian. It's going to have to be Galarian Zapdos, and my all-time favorite Pokemon from this generation is going to be... Oh, I don't know. My all-time favorite Pokemon from Generation 9. Do I just go Hisuian Lilligant again? Yes? Wow. Wow, okay, so Hisuian Lilligant 3 times over. Okay, so on to the last generation before we get to choose our all-time favourite of each typing. So Generation 9, Scarlet and Violet, the latest generation to hit our screens in November. My favourite normal type Pokemon from Generation 9. Well, it's got to be Farigiraf. Oh, I do like Arblivia though. Arblivia. Let's go with Farigiraf. Favorite fire type is Skeledirge. This is also going to show just how many of these Pokemon names I remember. Favorite water type from Generation 9. Dondozo. Favorite grass type Pokemon, Arblivia. Favorite electric type Pokemon that's Pawmot. Favorite ice type is Sea Titan without a doubt. Favorite fighting type, I really liked Iron Valiant. Favorite, is this psychic? Poison. Favorite poison type has got to be Clodsire. Favorite ground type is Great Tusks. Favorite flying type has got to be Bombardier. Yeah, I liked Bombardier. I really like the Bombardier shiny form. Favorite psychic type is Armarouge. Favorite bug type, I wasn't a big fan of any of the bugs this gen. If I had to choose, I'd say Tarantula. Favorite rock type is Clorf. Everyone's fan favorite. I love Clorf. Favorite ghost type is Cerulege. Oh no, but I do like Greavard. I'm gonna go Greavard. I love Greavard. Favorite dragon? Favorite dragon from this generation has got to be Miraidon. Or is that Koraidon? I can never bloody remember. I can never remember. Is that Koraidon? I think it's Koraidon. Oh god, why can I never remember? Okay, favourite dark type in Generation 9. Oh, the Ice Tiger, and I apologise, I cannot remember their names. Is it Shane Poe? Shane Poe? Into Steel typing has got to be Tinkerton. Favourite fairy? It's got to be... Is that Screamtail? Screamtail? Is the Paradox Jigglypuff. Favourite starter, Skellydirge. Favourite gimmick? Yes, favourite gimmick. I mean, like, it's got to be Wiggler, right? No, Cantonian Tauros. Cantonian Tauros. I said right at the beginning of this video, I really liked the new Tauros. Favourite legendary so far. Remember that this is going to be updated when the DLC releases. It's going to be Koraidon, Miraidon, whatever the fuck it's called. And my all-time favourite Pokemon from this generation so far is Sea Titan. Absolutely Sea Titan. Shiny is magnificent. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with us. We have gone through Generation 1 to 9 and I have chosen my favourite Pokemon for each type for each generation. We now get to the fun bit where I get to decide what is my all-time favourite Pokemon of each type, and then we've got a couple of other little things to do, like favourite regional mammal, favourite Pikachu clone, favourite evolution. So stick around for a couple more minutes more and we'll take a look at what my favourite of each type is, plus the extras. Okay, so now we are going to choose my favourite Pokemon of each type, starting with normal. So what this does is it consolidates all the Pokemon that I've chosen in the normal column, and now I have to pick my all-time favourite one. So for the normal typing, my all-time favourite normal type Pokemon from this list that I've chosen is going to be Pidgeot. Moving on to fire, my all-time favourite fire Pokemon is Torkoal, I think. Look, oh, I do love Colossus. Colossus. But I'm going to stick with Torkoal. My favourite water type Pokemon is Ludicolo. My favourite grass type, Bulbasaur without a doubt. Favourite electric type Pokemon is Blitzle. My favourite ice type Pokemon is Frostlass or Frostlass. My favourite fighting type Pokemon. I'm really sorry guys, my nose is so itchy. I'm going to be scratching it throughout the whole video. My favourite fighting type Pokemon is going to be Heracross. No, Hisuian Lilligant is my favourite fighting type Pokemon. My favourite poison Pokemon is Crobat. My favourite ground Pokemon is Hippopotas. Favourite flying Pokemon is favourite flying Pokemon. Oh, I don't know. See, why did I change this? Oh, because I love Noctowl and I love Apom. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, this is so difficult. Okay, my favourite flying type Pokemon is Noctowl. I'm sorry, Beautifly. It's Noctowl. My favourite psychic Pokemon is Zelf. My favourite bug Pokemon is Wurmple. Favourite rock Pokemon is... Ooh, my favourite rock Pokemon is Aggron. My favourite ghost Pokemon is Aegislash. Favourite dragon Pokemon is Noivern. My favourite dark Pokemon is Murkrow. My favourite steel Pokemon is Bastiodon. Favourite fairy, if I had to choose a favourite fairy, it would probably be Togepi. My favourite all-time starter of all time, without a doubt, don't even need to explain, is Bulbasaur. My favourite Pokemon gimmick is probably Gigantamax Venusaur. No, Hisuian Lilligant. My favourite legendary of all time is Lugia. And what's this one? My all-time favourites of favourites. So my all-time favourite Pokemon of all-time favourite is obviously Bulbasaur. So there we go. There it is. In its completion, my all-time favourite Pokemon from each generation of each of their typing. Now, before we go, I know this video is probably going to be at least an hour long, so if you've managed to watch the whole thing, good on you. But my favourite, let's take a look at these last few boxes. So, favourite regional bird. My favourite regional bird of all time is Hoot Hoot. My favourite regional mammal, so this is like the really early Pokemon. If I had to choose, it would probably be Zigzagoon. My favourite regional bug is Purple Wurmple. My favourite pseudo-legendary, that's an interesting one. If I had to choose, I'd say it'd be Tyranitar. My favourite Pikachu clone. Oh, that's a lot of Pikachu clones. They've got all the Pikachus with the different hats. If I had to choose, I'd say Pawmi. I really liked the Pawmi line. Favourite evolution, without a doubt, is Leafeon. Favourite fossil is the Aroma Borealis. I can never remember its name. Favourite regional form. Favourite regional form. Do we go with the Hisuian Typhlosion, or do we go with the Galarian No, Hisuian Lilligant. I keep forgetting about it, even though it's my favourite. Favourite gimmick Pokemon is the Venusaur. Favourite box legendary, Lugia. My favourite mythical is Shaman. Favourite Ultra Beast. I hate all the Ultra Beasts. I don't like any of them. If I had to choose one, it would probably be Stakataka, because I like the name. My favourite Paradoxmon is Iron Valiant. My favourite type is Grass. My favourite Pokeball is the Friend Ball. My favourite Spinder, let's just randomise. Yeah, there you go. That's my favourite Spinder. My favourite Vivian is, which one did I say up here? The Midnight form, wasn't it? Yeah, my favourite one is this one. My favourite Alchemy, I gotta say, the Gigantamax. There we go. So, my all-time team would be Crobat, Tropius, Frostlass. Where is Frostlass? Frostlass. Then I'd have to have a Venusaur. That's two grass types, but it's fine. It's fine. Hisuian Lilligant as well is a grass type, but there's a bit of fighting, so we'll allow it. And then, I don't know, that's a terrible. I think I chose that far too quickly. I'd probably have to change it up a little bit. Maybe. I'd probably want a Honchkrow in there somewhere. But there we go. There we go. We'll leave it at that for now. I realise the time on this video is absolutely ridiculous, so we'll leave it there. So there we go, guys. That was almost an hour of me choosing my favourite Pokemon from each generation and for each of their typings, and then coming down to choosing my favourite of all favourite Pokemon. And who'd have thought it was Bulbasaur? Then we got to choose a couple of our other fun little favourites and choose a team of 6. As I said at the beginning, I'll leave the link to this website in the description below, so if you fancy doing it for yourself, then by all means go ahead and let me know in the comments what your favourite of favourite Pokemon was. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different than watching me opening packs, getting to know me a little bit better. But I'll stop rambling and leave it there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.